Stop copying one another and saying, oh, YouTube's pushing out content creators that talk about just this. No, they're gonna push out people that stop working at Amazon too. Why would you not want to furnish your home for free? Because guess what? All you did was decorate your bathroom and they liked it so much. Home Depot said, we're decorating the rest of your house for free. Do you guys not know sometimes it takes 2 hours to upload a video? Your organic audience, the people that grew with you, that love you, are telling you, we don't want to see this anymore. A lot of quantity. I've seen the 5 same thumbnails from 50 different creators. If you knew your next video was only going to get 1 view, what would you talk about or what would you do to be a blessing or to inspire the next person, and it was going to change your life forever? Are you prepared to talk about the same topic for the next 365 days about the same thing over and over again? You have to be passionate about what you are talking about. You guys are telling me this title is important, but if I click your analytics, even if you got 50,000 impressions, 5 people watched it. Therefore, either your thumbnail is wrong or you're boring. Because if people are supposed to be watching this and getting more subscribers, then why is the math not mathing? There's no proof in the pudding because there's no fruit there. The tree dry up. Wanna stop lying to people. It's crazy now.
Love it when I make you mad, but maybe we just love like that. Yeah, maybe we just love like that.
Happy Friday, OTG, and welcome back to another video by me, Letitia Marie. If you are new here and tuning in for the very first time, my face is new to you, my voice is new to you. OTG just stands for On Time Gang, and that's because my channel is all about remembering you're always on time for whatever you're going through in life. You are never too late to start over, and I do that through fashion, beauty, and motivation on here. So welcome to my channel, and judging by this thumbnail, I know you guys are interested to hear my little commentary on what I gotta say. Now, I will be sure to include timestamps down below because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks throughout this video as well, but also give you my feedback and commentary on what's been going on with our nano creators on YouTube. And the key word is nano here because there's nothing small about what we do. You can use the word new creator or nano creator. There's nothing small about coming on here with boldness, talking about yourself, getting comfortable with your camera, turning on a light, fixing and cleaning your lens, turning on 4K video and stuff. There's nothing small about anything like that. It's the same way we all show up to our 9 to 5s. It's the same way we show up for ourselves when it comes to our creative ability on our YouTube channels. And honestly, y'all, I don't know what's up with the whole topic and the whole trend of YouTube's pushing content creators that do this. It's not doing that. That is completely false. It's incorrect. And I need everyone to stop pushing out that narrative because it's not true. How do I know it's not true? YouTube analytics. It's important to have YouTube Studio. I did watch a gentleman that often talks about how to grow your YouTube channel organically and how to branch out into broader audience if you're interested in stuff like that. So within the studio, he was saying, once you reach 10,000 views on a long form video, you don't need to pay attention to your studio too much because you don't want to discourage yourself if one video does well versus the other one. But in saying that, going into my personal analytics, if I type in the trending topic of YouTube is on easy mode or YouTube is pushing out contents where viewers are posting X, Y, and Z, you know what I get? I get low viewership and I get medium interest when it comes to the second topic, which Dante has been pushing out lately for his last like 14 videos, which I don't know why. It has medium viewership versus the other one, YouTube being on easy mode, is actually low. And what it actually tells you before that, it gives you a little pie chart of what your current subscribers are interested in. Here's the issue with you, everybody copying each other. Your current viewership matters when it comes to your channel, and that's why I always say there's nothing small about anything that we do. I have 383 subscribers so far on my channel. I've been on YouTube for roughly 4 months, which is still a lot in comparison to people that have been on here for 5, 6, 7, and 8 years and still have not been monetized as yet. A lot of people want to push out things fast, and it's not giving quality. A lot of quantity. I've seen the 5 same thumbnails from 50 different creators, and I'm like, you only have 1 view, you only have 13 views. This is not adding no substance to the YouTube platform. And here's part of the problem. First of all, this is a creative avenue and outlet for many people to express themselves the way they see fit. So downplaying vlogs and saying they're dead is a false narrative, and we need to cut that out as well. I've seen numerous people build positive and wonderful channels off of just vlogging. 2 people that I actually currently watch right now is going to be Chai Gets It Done and Nomadic Introvert. I love their 2 channels. First of all, I love China because she got her 2 children. I'm a mom as well. I love how she showcased going through depression as a single mother and how messy her home got, going and doing Dollar Tree hauls. She got monetized last year, like around October, I believe, September time. She was on YouTube for a year. Fun fact here, the average person that joins YouTube, it takes roughly a year for them to get monetized. However, the average content creator takes about 2 years before they actually get a payment. And in case you didn't know, after monetization, you have to make sure you have at least $100 in YouTube wallet to withdraw that money. If it does not reach $100, unfortunately, you're not able to withdraw it. Topics such as finances and education will give you more money during your YouTube AdSense. So they will pay roughly between $20, $40, $50, almost up to $120 to put an ad on your video that has to do with finances and anything else in terms of education. It doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube paid me X, Y, and Z. You can talk about how you worked at Amazon, working at Walmart, being a teacher, being in real estate, being a retail manager, being a janitor. People are just interested in content and how people have been surviving lately, because we know our economies are not the best. I am a Canadian, so I'm coming out of Canada. You know, obviously my country is not that big. Landmass is huge, but we got 41 million people here, which is less people than in the state of California. We don't got too many people here. I think we also smaller than England as well. But in saying that, looking at Canada and what I can bring to the table and stuff like that, I have to stay true to the country that I came from, because I want people to see Canada. Now, just picking off of the people that I mentioned before, back to China, one thing I thoroughly loved is she did make the video talking about how much YouTube paid her for the first time. This was closer to Christmas time, but the reason why I think that was so important to share at that particular point in time is because she was able to create an authentic audience and a channel that wants to support her and see her thrive. She was coming out of Section 8. I love her entire story. She talks about going through domestic violence as well. Like, she is what we embody when it comes to being an authentic YouTuber, and I just thoroughly love that. She made only one video talking about this money. She didn't make 50. She didn't make 30. She changed up her thumbnail. She tried to change her intro. She introduced her children. She talks about so much stuff. She cooks a lot. She is just being her. She got monetized and got a great paycheck around Christmas time. And then her subscribers, one thing that my heart melted, they bought her wish list from Amazon for her kids' Christmas. And that's how you build a real community. And I honestly love it. I'm a part of her gang out here, and I love that for me, because I got to see her from the beginning grow to where she is now, and I love that I was a part of that. When it comes to Nomad Introvert, one thing I love about Nomi's channel is she talked about she wasn't fulfilled, and 2 years ago she sold her home, lived out of her van and her Subaru and stuff like that. She traveled in the world. She came to Canada on one of the second longest train rides in the world, which is from Vancouver to Toronto. She went to Norway. I thoroughly love when she went to Alaska. I love that she's exploring the world in places that people don't normally go to, and showing and expanding different cultures and different beliefs and stuff. Like, I love what her channel is all about, and that's part of the reason why I actually did enjoy Dante and Dash's content in the beginning. I love that they were showing what it was like to be a real person going through life and experiencing things. We love that about you, that you can just literally come on here and be you. But child, little money's got to y'all head. This is the problem that a lot of us are having, and this is the commentary a lot of people are giving, especially when I talk about God in the midst of it. We all know it is impossible to serve God and money, because you're gonna love one and despise the other. That is biblical. So you can't constantly talk about money and try to throw God here and there. It doesn't work together, because you need money to survive again, but it's the love of money that's going to be ruining you guys' channel. And I say that also because if you go on their channels and look at their comment section, your organic audience, the people that grew with you, that love you, are telling you, we don't want to see this anymore. We want to see the vlogs. How is the pregnancy going, because he's expecting a new child? You know, how is their son doing? How is the co-parenting going? How is moving going, because he wants to come out of Section 8 and stuff like that. So yes, I was watching his channel. I was subscribed, like I said. You cannot comment on something without understanding the optics of people's situations and stuff like that. So yes, I was thoroughly invested in a lot of people's channels, and I unsubscribed and I stopped watching. Why? Because I'm calling cap. A lot of the stuff that they're doing, it don't make no sense no more.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's weird.
You're just doing things and going with the flow of things because it brought good engagement the first time. China's video talking about her money did the same thing for her. But for Nomi, funny enough, she doesn't talk about money on her channel at all. She just talks about starting all over again. She's been on YouTube for 2 years and it has over 200,000 subscribers and over 1 million views on a lot of her videos. And everybody engages in it and everyone's living for it. People that live in these countries are telling her, we love that you're showcasing other parts of the world where we live, where people kind of overlook. We love to see stuff like that. And like, I want to see everybody win, especially black people. I'm just going to throw that out there. I want to see all my black people win. I want to see everybody else win too, but you know, I like what we're doing out here. I just have to throw that in there. But anywho, I don't want to take away from Dash and Dante at all, because as I mentioned, I watched their content. Now, this is where they lost me though. Dash went and talks about how her neighbor was evicted and what the neighbor could have done differently. Sis, have you ever been evicted before? Like, have you? Like, I know what that feels like. When I was growing up and my mom got evicted twice, I seen that pink slip come in the mail. I know what that feels like. What do you mean what the neighbor could have done differently? You know what's going on. How you know God didn't give you the money to be a blessing to them? And I heard another content creator talk about the same thing I just said. How do you know that was not your moment for God to use you in a bigger and better way? And no, I cannot tell nobody to do with their money, but I talk about my friendships a lot on my channel. I talk about, I don't want to be the smartest person in my friend group. I want people to know more and have more than me. I want to be able to learn, grow my skills with people that are around me. And I'm a big believer in that. And I like that if I'm struggling or vice versa, my friends can call me and not feel ashamed or embarrassed, and vice versa. How do you know you were not supposed to help them? And so you took their personal story, put their business on the internet for everybody to hear. And her comment section was bad. A lot of people told her she was dead wrong. And she deleted some videos that did not receive as much traction as her others. I saw her go to Disney. I went to Disney before last year for the first time with my daughter, and that was a blessing. A lot of people don't even have a passport. So I love that I'm able to travel and see the part of the world. Again, I'm in Canada, so being able to go to Florida with my daughter, I go to Miami every now and then, but bringing her to Orlando, allowing her to see her favorite princess, Mulan, like that was a beautiful opportunity. And I love that she got to experience something like that. Everybody should, but bring back that organic content. That's what you want to see. I want to see what you're doing for the first time in your life. I want to see people buy their homes for the first time. That's what YouTube is all about. We want to see, again, as I do this, I'm going to start giving pointers and tips throughout the video. That's why there'll be timestamps down below. But I just want to shed some light on what I believe they're bringing to the platform and the problems that they're having here and there. Because I feel like people are not discussing it. They're saying in the comments, and I don't think that they're really grasping how people feel about their content lately. And the copying each other thing is getting tired. It's like YouTube's meant to be creative. It's meant for us to express ourselves. It's meant for us to come on here and share our stories. I talk about how I went through depression and stuff like that. Got kicked out at 18 years old, being a mom, co-parenting, and learning stuff. So when Dante was even talking about co-parenting, I could relate to that. We're close in age. I'm 29 years old. I believe he's turning 28. So we're not that far in age. So I really understand where he's coming from when he talks about how hard it is to co-parent and going on to new relationships. I really resonated with that. And I talk about it on my channel because I get it. Now I'm good with my child's father. You guys do see in some of our vlogs, which people try to downplay, talking about vlogs are dead. Which part? I spend time co-parenting with my child's father and her, and people praise videos like that. I had someone message me individually talking about how much my vlogs make them happy. Not necessarily inspire them to jump onto the platform, but how they look forward to seeing me happy. It makes them happy knowing all the stuff that I've been through, because it gives them hope that they're going to do good for themselves. And I just want to shed some light here. There's another person that I watch every now and then. I will link the video down below. And she said, if you knew your next video was only going to get 1 view, what would you talk about, or what would you do to be a blessing or to inspire the next person, and it was going to change your life forever? What would you say? I think people need to walk with that mentality. Your thumbnails cannot all be dry, plain, and blurry. And I'm so sorry, you cannot all have the caption that says, YouTube is pushing anybody that puts this here. YouTube is helping any small creator do X, Y, and Z. Because that's not true. It's not true. They are helping small creators in terms of your impression, and this is why I say your analytics is so important. So here we're gonna go over some tips. This would be a great part to take some notes. When you go into your YouTube studio, click on your analytics. You're gonna go ahead and click trends in the top left corner. You're gonna see a little pie chart there when you type in a topic. When I typed in those topics of YouTube is on easy mode, I got low. My 383 On Time Gang family is not interested in anything like that. That means if I post something like that, they ain't gonna watch it. They don't care. And if they don't watch it, YouTube is not going to push out the video, because your click-through rate is extremely important. If your click-through rate is low, it will not go anywhere. You will not get any more impressions on the video because you're not helping the algorithm. The trick to YouTube is storytelling. You need to have a beginning, middle, and an end to keep people engaged. Remember, people's attention span is really bad, so you have to make sure that you're sharing a storyline with them so they can flow with the video with you. So that's important to have that on your channel. That is the trick to it. And a lot of these bigger creators have mastered that storytelling concept onto their channel. And if you go to any big creator's channel that does talk about stuff like this, they're gonna tell you the same thing I just did about storytelling, because that's exactly where I learned it from, and that has worked in my favor. Some channels that have great commentary is gonna be I Am Sin and Lord Heck. Their commentary is absolutely amazing. They actually did a video very similar to this where they were giving commentary on topics like I am as well, and they didn't hold back. I feel like I'm holding back a little bit. They went full blown and in. But we need people like that are gonna go against the grain and say, hey, this is what it is. We can't all do this one thing. We need to get back to doing X, Y, and Z. And I love creators like that. So if you're interested, I'm gonna link them down below. A couple other people that I think are very good to watch if you want to actually know how to grow your channel properly to your niche is gonna be Riva Reveals, Jade Beeson, and Modern Millie. Modern Millie actually went through millions of YouTube shorts, dissected them, and showed people what works from what doesn't work, and showed cold hard facts. Some of it was actual luck. Others was strategy, and some depended on your niche. Gendered mattered. She even went as far to say sometimes how you're dressed in your video also matters. So she noticed that people that look more groomed, talking about haircut, your hair looked a little bit done, cleaning the lens of your camera, got more traction than those videos blurry, regardless of what the topic was. She goes that in detail about stuff like that. You cannot discredit people like that. In Dodash's case, she wants to come up with an online course, and listen, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm here for all entrepreneurship, financial freedom for every last one of us. I am here for it. But she made the course $20, and it wasn't good. And people kept saying, well, because it's cheap, it wasn't good. Sometimes price don't even matter. But she's not teaching us anything you already didn't know. And the reason why she can't not teach you anything is because somebody like Millie actually sat there and did the homework to bring you guys proper information for free, mind you, versus Dodash just going off of what her experience was. And there's nothing wrong with talking about your experience to want to help people. That is okay. But you could have done that for free on your channel like you already did. You just put what you said out loud just in a book. That's not fair to anybody, and they can't get a refund for that. That's misleading information to people, and Dontay's misleading as well. Your last 15 thumbnails are the exact same thing, and your current audience is telling you, we're not watching this, we're not interested. People are unsubscribing and saying this is crazy now. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not even physical money in your hand, it's just estimated revenue. How many times you can sell how money you're gonna make? We get it. You made some money, and I love that for you because you have a family that you got to take care of. You're hustling your way up. Like I said, I watched from the beginning when his baby mother and him broke up, and the conversation they had that she didn't really believe in his journey and how it made him feel. Yes, I've watched all that stuff, so I'm proud of his growth. We're close in age, like I said, so I'm very proud of him as someone that's close in age to him too. But I must say, we got to stop the cap. YouTube is not pushing videos that just are titled that. That's not how that works. If YouTube wanted to do that, we all be doing the same thing. And I'm going to take this a step back for a second and talk about faith, because, you know, guys know I talk about God's working on me and stuff like that. If no two snowflakes are alike, I want to understand why we're also coming on a platform and do the exact same thing. That doesn't make any sense. And then people are sitting there and say, oh, it's just strategy. He's only doing it so he gets more audience. He's only doing it so people follow him. He's only doing it so... But he's also losing people at a rapid rate and views. So make it make sense. That doesn't make any sense. And yeah, viewership's all good. That's how you get money. I mentioned before, financial and education will get that AdSense high. Gaming, I believe, starts around $2 per ad that's placed on your video. Faith-based stuff can go around $5, $10, $15. Like, there's a range of things on there. But guys, do you not know the real money comes from brand deals and sponsorships? I saw the thing about shorts that he said, and it really, like, I was really offended because shorts actually can make people a lot of money on its own. But for my girls that like to do makeup, hair, for my guys that like to show people workouts and things like that, or meal prep, or my 5 a.m. routine, because people love mini vlogs. They actually go up to 3 minutes now on YouTube Shorts, so people actually enjoy the mini 3-minute vlogs that people put on there, and it can actually reach a broader audience. Obviously, it may not get paid as much as the YouTube long form video, but what you can actually do is when you post your short, you can connect your long form video, and that brings traction to there. So we all know shorts bring in a lot of subscribers, but now adding it to your long form video, they are likely to click the long form video and be more invested into your channel. But in saying that, with your shorts, let's say you're doing your 5 a.m. routine. It takes nothing for Stanley Cups to message you and say, hey, we want to send you a cup. How much do you charge? A lot of people are not going to have answers to that. You know why? You don't have a media kit. A media kit has not been discussed in either one of these creators' channels, but the 3 people I just mentioned to you will talk to you about a media kit and how important it is to have one, because that's basically your resume to how you're going to get paid on your channel. Nothing is small about what you are doing. Everything is big about what you're doing. It takes boldness to come onto YouTube. It takes boldness to show up as you and to have your own opinion. You don't need to have the same opinions as other people. And I understand that Dodash and Dontay might have inspired you. They inspired me in some way or another. Their story is beautiful. Coming from regular nothing to making $20K in a month. I'm here for it, and I love that for them. But it's misleading, and it's not true to say that YouTube's on easy mode, because it takes a lot of effort to come on here, speak clearly, edit your video at least a little bit, put thought into some sort of thumbnail, put on clothes and get dressed. Some people, like I said, like me, I dealt with depression. Do you understand how hard it is to come out of your bed sometimes? To turn on the camera and speak to people and motivate them? People don't understand that, but I talk about gifting a lot on my channel too. And I talk about my gifting of being encouraging to other people. When I myself have gone through so, I could be crying, my friend needs prayer, I'm gonna wipe away those tears and I'm gonna pray for my friend because they need that. Do you know what it is to show up as yourself authentically? You, God blesses people that are like that, when you show up as you and who you are and what He called you to be. If you're showing up as somebody else, how are we going? First of all, people can see that in 2025, and they will comment on your video and tell you this is not authentic. You're not being you anymore. People will also say, I'm subscribing because I like your opinion. I like that you don't think like other people. Look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens sometimes says factual things that I'm like, yeah, girl, you ate that up. And there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, you're not being... You being, I'm not gonna use the word I want to call her, but I'm like, Candace, sis, that is not nice, like, at all. However, you want to know why so many people like Candace? Because she's not afraid to go against the norm. That's what YouTube is all about. It's you being you. Don't be afraid to be you. A brand will resonate with that. Tropicals, or tropicals, I believe is how it's pronounced, they are very big on when it comes to mental health, and they love YouTubers that talk about mental health, and they're very quick to sponsor videos that talk about stuff like that. But if you're busy copying on what these two are doing, how is a brand that you might be passionate about coming to you and telling you, hey, I want you to work with us when it comes to this? I've had people reach out to me, ask me to be a part of different podcast videos, to give my commentary, because they like that I'm just who I am. But how are they going to be able to do that if I'm not showing up as me? They would never be able to do that if I don't show up as me. When I'm going through something, someone's not going to be able to message me and say, can I pray for you? Can I realize that you're a little bit frustrated today, whatever. How am I going to be able to get prayer that I need from my neighbor if I'm not expressing who I am? I'm so busy talking about, you Christian creators that only do this. Huh? No. That's not even completely true. They're pushing other stuff as well. How do I know that? Because I was able to build an audience in the last 4 months. So whenever I type in a subject and I see my pie chart is full, it's because they're interested in that. And I can give them what they're interested in. And as I'm doing that, I can motivate them through the fashion, through the beauty, through the motivation. Doesn't matter if it's a story time. I could be doing my little vlogs and stuff like that. And like I said, it's not little. Nothing I'm doing is little. Taking your camera around with you daily. People outside are looking at you crazy. And imagine people that are talking to you right now on your YouTube. They might look at you a little crazy too. And that's okay. But like I said, that takes boldness. That takes guts. And I love that about all my creators on here. Please do not discredit nothing that you are doing. I mentioned China that does her vlogs for her kids, especially going to Dollar Tree. Maybe people want to see affordable haul videos. We cannot all afford Chanel bags. Let's be realistic. We cannot all afford to fly to Japan today and spend $50,000 like some of our favorite creators. But we can all go to Dollar Tree and spend a little $10. Every time she goes, I said, "What'd you buy today? Let me go buy that too." Canada ain't got that. What else you got over there? Like, I love watching videos like that. Even my little makeup stuff. I love when I see people come onto my channel and say they're Canadian and they're proud to see somebody finally bringing some type of value to the makeup industry that is Canadian. We don't have a lot of people here. As I mentioned, the population is smaller than the population of California, which, by the way, California, we're definitely praying for you guys. I really, really hope that you're all doing well out there. I know that it's hard to lose things like your homes, childhood pictures, memories. Like, that is hard to deal with. It is a lot. I know a lot of them are content creators as well, and they're actually vlogging and showcasing their journey. But you know what the benefit is behind that? People are being able to donate to them personally. That's why I said it's so important to show up as you, because then your audience can relate to you and want to help you. If these people were not doing stuff like that, their audience would not know to donate to them because you're being quiet. How am I going to donate to you if I don't have a video to click on to do that for you? And that's why I say you never know what's going to be a blessing to you if you don't show up as yourself. Going back into your analytics for a second, it tells you impressions, click-through rates, and it also tells you returning audience. So let's say you have a video that has 3,000 views, but you only got 100 subscribers. And let's say you have at least 5. When you go into your analytics, it actually tells you people that have returned to watch your content. So for me, I have my 383 people tribe right now, but 401 people return. That means about 18 people are not subscribed to the channel. This is not for me to figure out what am I doing that is not keeping them on here. Why don't they want to be a part of my family and my community and my tribe? What can I do better to keep them here? Because I mentioned, it tells you who are returning. 401 people are returning. I need to figure out now, how do I keep you with me? Why do you not want to be a part of my family? Am I not consistent enough? Are the topics changing too much? Do you want a specific niche? This is when I have to figure that out next. It also will tell you what topics your current subscribers are looking for. Right now, my subscribers are looking for skincare. So I know, okay, I need to start bringing skincare onto my channel because skincare falls underneath the beauty and fashion niche anyway. So I'm going to have to start bringing that on here because they're already looking for it. I want them to get that from me. And that's what people need to be doing on their channels to be getting their audience more engaging with them and interested in what is they're doing. What's working for Dash Dontay might not necessarily work for you. There's a Jamaican saying, puss and dog don't have the same luck. Just because it worked for them, don't mean it's going to work for you. I hope everybody understands the average content creator takes almost 2 years before they make any money. And a gentle reminder, it takes on average on YouTube 1 year to be monetized. And I've seen many videos of people actually being very discouraged, very sad about the fact that we have these people saying make these topics because you're going to blow up, but they've been on here for 6, 7, 8 years. So what about them? Why is it on easy mode for someone that just made an account yesterday, but not the person that's been on here for 10 years? That's misleading, because guess what? The person that's been on here for 10 years, if they made any commentary, made any sort of post or short, they actually have more value than the person that made the same topic as you yesterday, because the algorithm notices that this is a person. If you make a channel today all of a sudden bash out 20 videos in the next week, it's going to think that you're a bot and it's not going to push your videos. And I know that because of all the people that I mentioned before that actually sit there, analyze, do the homework, and bring that proper content to us. And the sad part about this is those of us that want to grow on the platform are going to watch people like Dash and Dante wanting to grow. And if we don't see the numbers that we expect to see, we're going to get disappointed and discouraged. And the goal of this video is to not discourage anybody, but it's to encourage you to be true to who you are and continue to push and be who you are. There is no fruit behind anything that they're telling you guys, and I only know that because the comment section sat there and said, I did this and it did not work. What more proof do you need other than that somebody did it and it did not work? For someone that has 5 subscribers and tried it and now you have 60, okay, well that's because the topic is trending as medium. But for somebody that might have a commentary channel, the current trending topic is the fires happening in California. If you do commentary, that should be your main subject right now because that's what's currently trending. And I guarantee your audience is probably looking at that if you have a commentary channel. And even back to sponsorships and deals. My commentary people, mental health businesses, food businesses like HelloFresh, insurance companies, they will sponsor your videos to talk about it during your commentary. And you know how much money you can get from doing that? That's where the real bread and butter is, okay? So yes, YouTube can pay you the $20,000 for whatever you made in the month. But guess what? If you're doing vlogs that people say are dead, I've seen people put couches up from IKEA in their house for about 5 seconds of the whole video. They said, thank you, IKEA. And I bet you IKEA gave them $2,000 and a free couch just to put that in there. How do I know? Because a lot of the creators that I watch are very authentic and telling people, this is what I got paid to do this. This girl that I used to watch sometimes, Gina Janine, she's a vlogger now. She started off doing haul videos. She mentioned when she first blew up around, I want to say 10,000 subscribers, she charged a hair company about $800 to do the install in the beginning of one of her vlogs. We wear hair anyways. That means my men, for your trimmers, when you're lining up your face and your beard, what if Wall wants to send you a razor or something like that to do a 5-second lineup and said, yeah, what does your media kit look like? And you say it's $5. They say, okay, here. You know why they will do that for you? Because you show up as you and your values align with theirs. I've had people, I mentioned before with the podcast, and that was one of the commentaries that I got. They said your value and your thought process aligns with what we believe for our platform. So we're interested in seeing how this could work with you. But that cannot happen if I'm copying everybody else down the line. It cannot work for everybody. And the worst thing is you guys are making 3 videos a day about the same topic with the same boring thumbnail.
Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor in this? I don't taste anything. I don't taste sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, milk, nothing. Nothing at all. It's just bland.
Thumbnail's boring. It's tired. It cannot work for everybody. Go in your analytics. I promise you, if you click that button, and especially by your CTR rate, so which is click-through rate, click that little eye icon. It's going to tell you if your thumbnail is working or not. It's going to have a green arrow if it's going up. It's going to have a check mark if it's the same, and it's going to have an arrow pointing down in the gray if it's not doing so hot, and it's going to tell you why, and maybe you should switch up your thumbnails. Because not everybody can do the same things as each other. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, organic content is back on the rise. People do love it, but they only love it because you're showing up as you on the platform. I cannot hear you if you're outside talking about the same thing as Dante, and all I hear is a truck behind you. What's the point in that? I can't even hear you. And buying equipment, get decent lighting. I just have a ring light. My ring light was $8. What I'm filming on right now is my iPhone 14 Pro and an $8 ring light that I got from the liquidation sale. You don't need fancy stuff. No, you don't. But you need to bring value in the video that you're giving. I mentioned that girl that said, if you knew your next video was only going to get 1 view, what would you create? Really touched my core. It really, really pushed me into thinking, okay, what am I going to do next in case this only gets 1 view? How am I going to bless this person? What can I do for them? How am I going to show up as me in the way that God wants me to? Because again, no 2 snowflakes are made the same. What purpose do I have on here? What purpose am I going to serve on this platform if I'm not being true to what he's called me to be? He didn't ask me to be anything like Dash or Dante. They have their story. They shared their beliefs and their thoughts, and God bless them for that. I'm happy for them. Like I said, I'm still rooting for them. I really don't want to see them fall off, but Dash actually happen too. You went from how many hundreds of thousands of views to only 2,000 views, and that's because you're talking about your neighbor getting evicted. Like, that wasn't cool. And I don't know. And there's other videos where she's showing, oh, I almost got demonetized, and that's not true. Like at all. With Dante, we want to see again your family stuff again. People are telling you this is what they want to see. And I did make a comment on this stuff, and I said, "Hun, do you not see what people are saying to you? Do you not see people are telling you we don't want to see this anymore?" Because at the end of the day, it's not even content. It's only good the first time because your current audience is proud to see that you've grown. That's why it's good. After that, they want to say, okay, what is the next move? When it comes to my 40-plus-year-old community, you're going to see a lot of people tell you guys, we want to see how you live a healthy lifestyle. We want to see and hear, everyone else in my family had diabetes, but I did not. And this is what I did to my diet plan to change that. I want to see people buy their first property for the first time in their life. I want to understand the person that came out of debt at 20 years old and how they did it. I have a friend who wants to come onto this platform. She's a nursing student. She paid off all her debt working a regular retail job, which was about $30,000 worth. She's almost done. She wants to be a registered nurse, and she's going to learn to do her lip injection and stuff the legal way, licensed. And she's doing this all on her own. People want to see stuff like that. She's currently also exploring learning how to play the guitar and swimming. That's a force to be reckoned with. We want to see stuff like that. Be you. I want to see the marriages of people saying, listen, we've been married for 40 years. How'd you do that? Teach me. You got married young? How'd you do that? I want to know. I want to learn like that. I believe in marriage personally. A lot of people don't. But I want to know, how'd you guys stay together? How'd you prepare for the hard times? Teach me stuff like that. I want to see the backslider talk about, listen, I found God. I want to see the atheist say, listen, I did not believe in not a nut and I hated everything, but I found them. Let me hear that. Let me get inspired again. I want to see that from when I'm down in the dumps and I hate everybody and I'm mad. Like, I want to see the person show up like God. And I know this video is going to do well because my phone just died. I don't know what just happened. I swear I was charged and my phone turned off on me. And now I'm going to elaborate, hopefully, and I didn't miss any points. Are you prepared to talk about the same topic for the next 365 days about the same thing over and over again? You have to be passionate about what you are talking about. And you cannot get frustrated when your phone dies and you got to record all over again. Do you guys not know sometimes it takes 2 hours to upload a video? This YouTube stuff is not for the week, and that's why I said there's nothing small about what you are doing. There's nothing little about what you are doing. Find something that you feel passionate about. Are you passionate about the next 30 videos with the same thumbnail and the same title saying YouTube's pushing all YouTubers that use this title in their stuff? What happens when we all gain the knowledge that we've needed? What about the next generation that's coming up onto the platform? Because those high school teenage kids are blowing us out of the water. You know why? Because they're bringing people through their high school experience, their emotions, how they feel, dating, homework. I got my first job. I got my first license. I'm taking co-op right now. I just graduated. I graduated a year early. These high school kids are going to blow a lot of us out of the water because they're bringing value back to the platform by just showing up as them. Be original. Be organic. Dante literally said, originality is dead. Don't be original. Copy this. What?
Child.
But, like, no. If YouTube's gonna be a money grab for you, I promise you, you're gonna fail miserably and you ain't gonna like it no more. If fragrance is your thing, if you like talking about perfumes during the summer, spring, fall, what layers perfect with each other, if you know how to talk about how it's creamy and how it's balanced on the skin, it doesn't irritate the skin, this one ain't too strong, this makes me smell like an old lady, this will help me get my man. If that's what you want to talk about, do that. If you're a 5 a.m. morning routine person and you want to encourage people how to get out of the bed early enough to start their day and start a business, and I'm a registered nurse and this is how I started my practitioner thing, like I'm in dental care, this is what I do. I just park the little carts at No Frills or the grocery store, wherever it is that you live. If that's what you are passionate about, if you can do that for 365, do it. People are going to eat it up. People are going to love it. That's what we want to see going into 2025. People want to see originality, yes, but we want to see old YouTube where people showed up as themselves on the platform and brought value and entertainment to the platform. If you can give a beginning, middle, and an end to the story time, people are going to love it. There's no storyline behind telling people, oh my God, just jump on the platform and turn on your phone. And I watch some of these videos, by the way. These people are boring. No personality showing at all. Or you're acting like Dash and Dante. I want to see Jessica. I want to see Rachel. I want to see Timothy. Brian, Brian, you don't even like doing that. So tell me what you do, Brian. Brian, teach me how you got a divorce and how you bounce back again. Tell me how you got fired at your job and I want to see stuff like that. Everybody wants to see stuff like that. And we want to relate to you. That's what YouTube is all about. We want to see growth. We want to see, listen, you started here with maybe your phone, but now I see you own a Canon. You started here in your basement apartment, but now you own a 4-bedroom house. And see, so I'm talking about house because I'm renting right now and all you hear is upstairs. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. People want to see growth like that. People are going to click on the video and say, listen, I remember when you were filming and all the noise going on, but now look at you here. I've seen people that are now creators with 500 subscribers that just made the threshold get their videos sponsored by Skims, Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Things sponsors a lot of university and college students, and you don't even have to have a big following on any of your platforms, and you can just sign up to be a brand ambassador and they will send you clothes to feature on your campus at school. Do your research. Real bread and butter is going to be your sponsorships and your brand deals and stuff like that. You can do exclusivity for 3 months. You can do exclusivity for 6 months and 9 months. I've done a video down below, one that I did previously about media kits a little bit and how I touched base slightly on them. But with your media kit, if a brand wants to use you for the next 3 months and it's fashion and no other brand can work with you, you can say, I want $7,000. I want $8,000. plus you're getting your YouTube AdSense, and guess what, you might be able to work with a food brand instead of just clothing. This is what it's all about, and working together and giving each other tangible things that are actually useful when it comes to our platforms, and building and growing with one another. And remember, if you're going to subscribe to each other's channel, at least watch 10 minutes of the person's video and leave a little bit of feedback so they know how to improve, or what you liked and what you didn't like. Because if you subscribe and you don't actually watch their content and skip through it, the algorithm will not push out the content because the current viewership is not interested in what is on their channel already. So you have to actually support one another if you're going to do it. And see, my ring light is doing whatever it wants to do. And that's what I'm telling you guys. If you're not passionate about certain things, it's not going to work, and it's going to show in your overall view by the end of your video. Make sure you're passionate about what you're talking about. Vlogs are not dead. If your video is 1 hour long, people are likely to watch about 25 to 30 minutes of your video. They might pause it, take a break, and come back to watching it all over again. And they'll engage with you if you ask questions throughout your video. If you're going to motivate people, you can motivate people on a daily walk. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't speak on something that you yourself have not attained yet. When we were talking about easy to be monetized, you're not even monetized yet. There are people that have been on here for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. We're discrediting their value by saying, well, I did this in a week and it was this easy for me. It should be that easy for you too. So for some people, that's not necessarily motivating. You're throwing it back in their face that it happened for you like this, but for them it took longer. Bringing it back to God, since both of them talk about God and all that stuff on their channel. If no two snowflakes are alike, mine and your journey are not going to be the same on this platform. And I think we need to respect each other's creativity and the things that we offer to this platform, and things that are actually useful when it comes to this platform. I left a comment for somebody on somebody else's video in terms of, because she did the same thing, Dante, and them did not even know who this girl is, no offense to her, but she copied the same format, talking about it's easy to get monetized and whatever. She only had 4 videos up within the last week. That's not accurate, because she actually had videos up prior to that, and she deleted that actually built her the 1,000 audience. She said, oh, I got 1,000 people from this video. No, you didn't, because you've been on the platform for years. Because if you go to people's home pages and see how long they've been on the platform for, I can see how long you've been on there for. And if I watch your channels before, I seen that you made a video 3 years ago. So you've really been on here for about 3 years. You just started getting traction in the last, maybe month or so, and the videos that did really well, you kept it. You're not being slick, and that's not being authentic. You're lying to people. We need to stop selling a dream that is not true. So I gave somebody else on her same page a comment letting them know, hey, maybe work and fix on X, Y, and Z. Some people didn't understand the analytics and be like, I actually don't look at them. But you should, because maybe if you maximize your SEO the way you're supposed to, which is maximum search engine, that's actually going to help people find your videos. Fun fact, when you're clicking on your video and click down below on your same analytics where it says how people found this video, you're going to see different ways they found you. It might be through a YouTube short, which, like I said, connect your videos all the time. Different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, I know it's going, but you have Twitter, you have Threads, you have Snapchat, you have Pinterest. Connected to that, they can find you on there too. You're going to start to see YouTube search, which is your topic. It could be a keyword that you said in the video or have linked down below. They found you that way. Or you're going to see YouTube browse feature. If you see found by YouTube browse feature, congratulations, you officially made it onto the algorithm. If the browse feature is not there, you have not made it onto the algorithm successfully. If you see YouTube search is not there, that means your SEO, your niche, your topic has not been picked up yet by the algorithm. That means you should change around your titles, fix up your thumbnails a little bit so people can find you. You can't copy and paste what everybody else is doing and think it's going to work all the time. That's not how that goes. And you've seen it in their current channels. Their channels are dying down a little bit when it comes to their views. And even the comment section saying, hey guys, we're not doing this anymore. Can we go back to the vlogs, the family time, who you are? Did you buy your home yet? What new job did you have? Could we go back? Did you grow your edges back? I don't know. People want to see stuff like that. And I really, really feel like that's what YouTube's always been about. And that's why I fell in love with it. I love that I could be me and I can do everything under the sun on here. And it's not going to matter because me being me, and I love it. You can see that. I generally am rooting for everybody when it comes to their content journey. Remember, nothing you're doing is small. Nothing you're doing is little. It takes boldness to come onto this platform, show up as you, and keep your opinion and stand on business. That takes a lot of effort to do something like that. Definitely, like I said, maximize the thing that you're most passionate about. If you don't think you could talk about it for the next year or 2 years to come before you even see a penny from it, chances are that is not the niche or the topic for you. And I don't like when people keep saying, oh, he's only doing it for views, he's only doing it for subscriptions, so then he's not being true to what he's doing. That's not being authentic, is it now? You just told me he's only doing it to get this out of it. That means it's no longer authentic, it's no longer organic. He doesn't care to do it for the actual longevity of being on the platform anymore. Did it start off that way? Yes. As I said, I've been watching their videos. I've mentioned little things on here that clearly I've been watching their content from before they blew up. I'm disappointed in the fact that they've allowed the money to get to their head. And I understand sometimes, it's good money, me not complain still. If me make a little $20,000, me be very excited right now too. I get it. If I get a little 20K right now, I promise you I'm going to get really excited. I understand. And I will share it with my audience, of course. But my next 50 thumbnails are not going to be my YouTube revenue. Or estimated revenue. Not actually what I pocketed. What about the taxes? You know what's tangible information? How to pay taxes as a content creator. That's the video people want to see. And there's only so many times we're going to watch those videos. Especially if you are actually like really, really small. And you have no personality showing through. You're acting like the two other people, or you're pretending to be something you're not. People can see that you're not being authentic and you're not acting like yourself. We cannot gain anything from that if you're not showing up as Bob. If we don't know who Jessica is, how are we going to be entertained by this by any means? And honestly, I've seen some commentary channels like Lord Heck talking about how nobody's acting like themselves. Everyone's trying to be the next person, and it's not interesting. It's boring. And this is why I say a lot of people can do YouTube. But a lot of people can't do YouTube either. It's a skill set to be able to talk like that, to encourage people, to give a storyline, to showcase your life properly, to, you know what I mean, to come up on here and actually edit a little bit. You can't just be on here just throwing raw footage on the internet. People have bad attention spans. So how are you going to say make a 20-minute video of just doing whatever? Almost nobody does. So if you're going to keep me engaged and interested in what it is you're doing, change up your background a little bit. Edit some funny memes here and there. Change the tone of the video, like with some lighting, like your mood, change that a little bit. Add in some music here and there. That's when that comes into play. People are like, oh, well, now he's saying he's not a beginner no more. He's not a beginner. He's been on there for 5 years. I've seen people come on here in the last 3 months and blow it out of the water because they're doing what they need to do as them. A lot of the big creators will tell you anyways, it's practice. That's why you have to edit. Because when it comes to year 5, I want to see you all at 50K. If you can do 50K in the next 3 months, I love that for you too, honey. I'm not knocking it. But if it does take you the 5 years to see growth like that, are you going to be prepared to stay consistent and believe in what it is you're doing and be tangible to yourself and say, you know what, I can do this? Because I've seen comments on there saying, well, I started 2 years ago and I quit because it took too long, but I like your video, I'm coming back on here. You should have already been talking to yourself like that. You should have. Because the 10th video they're telling you of this is how much money I'm making, that should not be motivation to anybody. Because if your job can't do that for you, your regular 9 to 5 that pays all your bills, because remember, a lot of times the money on here will fluctuate, and real YouTubers are going to tell you that. It doesn't matter how much money you got this month, next month it could be half of that, and the next month that could be $0. Are you prepared for that? I want to see everybody going on a brand trip. Why would you not want that for yourself? Why would you not want to furnish your home for free? Because guess what? All you did was decorate your bathroom, and they liked it so much, Home Depot said, we're decorating the rest of your house for free. That's how your mentality needs to be. Stop copying one another and saying, oh, YouTube's pushing out content creators that talk about just this. No, they're going to push out people that stop working at Amazon too. They're going to talk about people that push the grocery carts back in line and lock them back up or whatever the case is. They're going to talk about people talking about the weather, talk about people talking about overconsumption, commentary, like music. You know, talent gets discovered on YouTube every day because of music. You can sing so well, sis. You can rap so good, my brother. Like, what are we doing right now? Be you. Show up as you. Your audience is going to love that. If only one person gets to see that next video and this is your chance to add value to their life, what is it that you would want them to hear from your mouth? What is it you think that God wants them to hear from your mouth? Dante and Dodash did what they had to do. Now, what about you? It's your turn. 2025 is a year about thriving. There's a lot of things going on in the world that's chaotic, that's distracting, that is scaring us and freaking us out. And a lot of us are feeling down in the dumps because we feel like we're not amounting to nothing, watching everybody else's growth and success. But again, you're not realizing is Dodash's been on here since 2016 and Dante's been on here since 2019. We cannot discredit the 5 and 7 years they've been on this platform for. You cannot compare apples to oranges. We just got on here, some of us, 3 months ago. And that's why I use someone else like me, for example, that's only been on here for basically 4 months. And I'm doing well. Because there's people that have been on here for 2 years that don't even have half the views count that I have. And when it comes to my subscribers, remember I said, I thank them in every single video for every count that I have, because without them, my hauls would not be doing so well. My hauls are at 3,000 views for many of them. Some of the commentary stuff is, a lot of them are over 1,000 views. And that's kind of switched up the thumbnails a little bit. So when I gave the person feedback about the commentary, if he clicked on my channel, you would have saw I also did it. And some of you, he was on here longer than me with significant, I'm talking like 50 views a video. And mine are at 1,800. That's not me being boastful. This is me learning my audience and their behavior and studying and putting it and doing the work. And that's why it frustrates me so much when someone like me is actually trying their best and you're discrediting what we're doing because it didn't happen fast enough. And you feel like because it's happening fast, it's better. No, that's not true. Being true and authentic to yourself, your people will find you. That should be a lot of people's prayer. God, let my people find me. Let my audience, my community find me. First of all, ask God should you be on YouTube in the first place.
Oh my god, it's not funny.
We're not all ready for that conversation though. Because just because we're doing well right now, it doesn't mean... What if God told you next week you have to quit YouTube after making $20,000? Would either one of them do it? Let's see how much they're preaching about God them times there when God said, listen, this went so well, but you know what, next week, I don't want you to do that no more. Next week, I want you to go back to Walmart. I need you to get this done because someone here's going to need you to preach the word of God over there. How many of you are willing to do that? That's what I thought. So see, when people are talking about God this, God that, God did, make sure the fruit matches what they're doing. You know what's high right now? How to start a successful YouTube channel. How to make your shorts go viral. How to start a YouTube channel from your iPhone. How to start a YouTube channel in 2025. How to start a fashion channel. There's another channel that I follow, which is Intros by Sav, and she teaches you guys how to make intro videos. How to edit them so they run smoothly. How to add photos from your Instagram so people like, comment, and subscribe nicely. That's why I made an intro. Shout out to Sav. You did that, girl. And I appreciate your work because going on Canva and then CapCut and editing is not easy work. And she teaches you how to do this for free. How to not have to pay for either one of the apps. So when people say you don't need to edit, you don't need to edit, you can do that stuff for free. It's literally just your time. And this is what I'm trying to say. Show up for yourself the same way you show up to those 9 to 5s. If you're going to go to your 9 to 5 and put your best foot forward, putting your best effort for that promotion and that raise, if you don't see YouTube as a long-term goal, you're not going to put in that effort either. And it's very clear a lot of people do not see this as a long-term goal because they're not willing to put in the effort. Forget resources. I didn't tell you to purchase anything. Again, my ring light was only $8. And my phone, I use my phone. That's all I use. And I go ahead on CapCut and Canva. You don't have to pay for them. CapCut, I think your first 20 videos is free. And after that, it puts a little watermark on the side of your phone edits. And it doesn't matter. Because if you have an iPhone, you have iMovie anyway. So boom, that's free regardless. And Canva for your thumbnail, listen, it could take you an hour to do it. It could also take you maybe 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes. I want to see a nice thumbnail. If it was your birthday, what'd you wear today? I want to look at stuff like that. And that's not just me. My audience tells me, girl, I click because I like the thumbnail. That's how you know you've hit the nail on the head. When your audience is telling you, I saw the thumbnail, I clicked. Once you got that, you're laughing. Because now all you got to do in the beginning is get that hook in there, put a little random sound, and now they're watching. And once they start watching, you can say, oh, you kept them on here for 5 minutes. And not just a short that was 1 second. Okay, and I'm going to push it out further. Now you're going to get more impressions. The goal is to get to 1 million impressions. The most my videos have gotten so far, I believe, is about 50,000 impressions. And that was just Shein Winter Haul. I want to see that quadruple. Another thing people love is when you do a series. So if you're a person that's looking to move countries, and let's say you're moving from New Zealand to the Ukraine. People want to see a series of packing your stuff, going through immigration, finding a place to live, getting a new job. Did you start going on your first date? Did your kids go to school for the first time? What was that like for them? How did you travel? What's it like to buy a car in a new country? Are you going for school? What's the education system like? Bring people through a series and a chapter in your life because, again, that's storytelling. We're back to storytelling. The tricks to YouTube, I cannot drill this enough, is storytelling. A beginning, middle, and an end, and letting people see that you started here, but now you're all the way up here. That's what your audience wants to see from you, and that's the key that is missing from a lot of people's YouTube channel right now. People cannot keep clicking the same 50 videos about YouTube's helping push out small creators. You have no proof. There's no proof. There's no fruit in what you were saying because you started your channel last week. You have 60 subscribers. How can you say YouTube's pushing your content when they're not? Because if you click your analytics, it tells you if they're pushing it or not. It literally says your impressions versus your click-through rate, and that's why I say the analytics is important, because you guys are telling me this title is important. But if I click your analytics, even if you got 50,000 impressions, 5 people watched it. Therefore, either your thumbnail is wrong or you're boring. Because if people are supposed to be watching this and getting more subscribers, then why is the math not mathing? There's no proof in the pudding because there's no fruit there. The tree dry up. I want to stop lying to people. It's crazy now. I see everybody win, and to everything under the sun, it has its season. It has its time. Trust his timing. Especially because people keep talking about God so much. Y'all stop. He did not make us the same for a reason. We all serve different purposes on this planet. Stop using money for everything. And if you're going to talk about money, donate it to some of your viewers. I don't know what to tell you. Obviously, I cannot tell you what to do with your money. And like I said, I'm happy for people that are getting a bag and, getting out the mud. I'm proud of people like that, especially because they're talking about coming from Section 8, going home. Like, I like hearing stories like that as well. And that's why I love the videos. Bring it back. I don't know. Child, I don't know. I will be doing a deep dive very soon properly into my personal analytics, what I did to grow and get retention and get people to actually comment. That's another thing. Now you might be getting 10,000 views, but there's no commentary in your videos. How to get people to actually comment and give you feedback and stuff like that. My friend wanted me to do a crash course for how to start a YouTube channel for my cell phone since I started doing so well doing that. I will be bringing that on here very, very soon. So if you're interested in any of that, this would be the perfect time to subscribe, that we don't miss a video from me. If I do say so myself, I'll be doing a good job on here. Now, I know for some people, this little video might be like, oh, she's giving a hater, or some people might say I'm giving great advice too. I don't know. To each their own. If you have an opinion, leave it down below. I would love to have a conversation because I'm not a me person. As you can tell, I talk enough. And I'm a people person for real. Like, I came from retail, like multi-store manager. I love me my people. So leave a comment down below because I would love to have a discussion about the people, the creators that we're talking about currently. I wish them all the best, but someone needs to tell them they got to get it together, because if they don't, those channels are going to die down. And if you currently look at their views and what people are saying in the comment section, they're not feeling it no more. All the creators that I have mentioned about commentary or how to build channels have actually talked about these two in one way, shape, or form. Like I did, they gave them their flowers, but what they also said is the same thing I did, where it's like, y'all gotta chill on those topics now. We gotta get back to the organic content and what made you you. I don't know, Dante said originality is dead, just copy this. And I said, Father God in heaven, you imagine? You made me in this image, and you said I got that. You said I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. You said above only and not beneath. The head and not the tail. And this man is telling me not to be original when you made me original. You see, no, sir. No. I'm telling y'all, take what these people say with a grain of salt. It won't be me following them, unfortunately, because y'all not gonna get me tied up in that. I'm sorry. There's no more Dash effect over here. It ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna continue to be unapologetically me, because it's gotten me this far, and it's gonna get me further in life, because I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. It is the weekend now. It's Friday, so if you are going out, please be safe. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon for another video. For my regular On Time Gang family, I know my actual birthday vlog is supposed to be coming out. Yeah, I barely recorded that. I had so much fun that day. So I'm going to have to tie it in with something else. So that video will be coming out very, very soon. But other than that, I'll see you all again in another one very, very soon. Good luck on your content creation. Like I said, I'm rooting for everybody. If you are a new creator, a nano creator, you can go ahead and leave your tag down below. What I would recommend, though, when we are doing this, is put your niches. If you have 3, if you don't have one, that's okay too. But again, mine is going to be fashion, beauty, motivation. Put your 3 niches down below so people know if they want to subscribe to your channel and how they can support you. Let them know, do you want feedback? I think that's also very helpful. If you need help with correcting things on your channel, let that be known down below so that they can come on and then they can give their feedback where it's due, and they can tell you, listen, you know what? This is good, but you need to fix this. This is good, but this doesn't work. Like, go right ahead, guys, and push yourself down below in the comment section. I don't know how this video is going to do. It could get 10 views. It could get 10,000 views. I don't actually know, but it doesn't bother me because I know I gave some tangible information in terms of actually checking analytics and actually believing in yourself. And if only 2 people like this, I don't have a problem with that either, because that means my job was done. I did what I was supposed to do. The assignment was understood. I will do a deep dive properly in how to read your analytics on another video, but I wanted to bring in a little bit of keynotes in here to kind of help people understand why some videos might work for others and not for you, and vice versa. And that doesn't mean if it didn't work for you, yet your video was bad. That's not what that means. You add value just as much as anybody else does. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.